Hey guys, I'm going to do another gothy goodie for you. I think I'm going to do a lot more gothy videos since there probably aren't going to be as many people doing those. This one's going to be by the Danse Society. It's Godsend from 1983. This song is basically in the same tuning as the sound song I just posted, which is detuned a little lower than standard A440 pitch. Luckily, you only need to worry about tuning the E and the D strings. I just described the tuning in more detail in that video if you're curious on how to tune it, because it's going to sound really out of tune otherwise. I think this detuning gives a more depressing, creepy feel for a bunch of these 80s post-punk bands, much like some hard rock and metal bands will detune to drop D or even drop every string down and stuff. Kind of gives more of that gloom and doom feel some of us like so much. The Danse Society is kind of obscure, but this bass line is very noticeable and fun to play. This song is also pretty straightforward with two general riffs. So let's start off with the first one. The structure starts with this first repetitive riff. I'm going to do it really slow. So you're going to start on the E string, go to the A string. So I'm going to go A, B, C sharp, B, 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 back to the E string, F sharp, G. Now I'm going to go back up to the A string, up to the D on the 5th fret. So slowly. Now there's a little hammer-on and sliding action that you've got to work up fairly quickly. But you can just start off with those basic notes first and then work on the hammer in and sliding later. So I'm going to try slowly with the hammer on and the slide. So I'm going to hammer on to the C sharp. Then I got to re-hit the B string, or I mean the B note on the A string. Back to the E string, F sharp. This is where I need to slide, and if you slide up too far, you're gonna miss the D that you got to hit right here. You could just try sliding up maybe one. You'll still meet it, the D string that way. Otherwise, if you want to do it properly, I think this is how they're doing it. I'm going to slide up to the A string so I can meet, or the A note, so I can meet the D note on the A string. So you've got to really get that technique down because you're going to repeat that a lot. It's depending on how strong your fingers are. I'm trying to alternate between my first, second, and third fingers. And then you're going to end there, and then you repeat that over and over. Then the second riff, you're going to start on the D, which is on the A string, 5th fret. And you can just do repeated, just a bunch of repetitive 8th notes. And just whatever pattern you find there, just listen to the drums and the bass. Maybe he's changing it up a bit. It's really hard to tell, but I just kind of do whatever works. You can keep repeating it or take some breaks. Just gives it a little syncopation, a little more punchy feel. You know, whatever. There's also a little hammer on, a little passing note from the B, C natural to the D. And then you go back to the repetitive riff. There are a few gaps at the end before you end on the main repeating riff. So I'll show you where those are into the song. You've got to wait a few bars, and there are 3 different sections. So I'm going to start at the minute mark. I'm using the Danse Society collection version, which is 5 minutes long total. I'm going to skip to the 1 minute mark, so we skip over that creepy intro. And let's go start right at the minute. Gotta kind of wait. The bass comes in about 112-ish. Right here. Here, 6 bars. 3, 4, 5, right here, 6. Here, wait again. Wait, 2 more bars here. And that's it. So have a happy new year, have some fun, but don't have too much fun. See ya.